Here are today's top news stories and why they matter. Rwanda has expressed its discontent on Tuesday regarding Canada's sanctions over the ongoing conflict in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. On Monday, Canada suspended permits for the export of controlled goods and technologies to Rwanda. Ottawa is also halting its efforts to establish new government-to-government business and trade missions with Rwanda and discontinuing support for private sector business development initiatives. Why does this story matter? It's because Canada is joining the European Union and the United Kingdom that have already announced plans to suspend bilateral aid to Rwanda. The US also announced sanctions against James Kabarebe, the State Minister for Foreign Affairs. Rwanda is accused of supporting the M23 rebel group that has captured swathes of territories in eastern DR Congo. Moving on, a group of lawmakers in Ghana has reintroduced an anti-LGBTQ bill that was passed by Parliament last year but not signed into law by former President Nana Akufo-Addo. The Supreme Court had dismissed a challenge to the bill in December. The original bill expired at the end of the previous Parliament. New President John Dramani Mahama said he supports passing the bill. And why does this story matter? The bill will impose up to 5 years in prison for promoting LGBTQ activities, extending existing penalties for same-sex relations. Critics, including the international community, have condemned the bill, saying it threatens human rights. The Finance Ministry under the previous government warned that the bill could jeopardize the $3.8 billion in World Bank funding and $3 billion in IMF bailout program, while the country is recovering from its worst recessions in decades. On Tuesday, US tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China went into effect, leading to immediate retaliation from both Canada and China. The tariffs on Canadian and Mexican goods resulted from a failure to reach a deal affecting over $918 billion in US imports. Additionally, the US increased tariffs on Chinese imports from 10% to 20%, prompting China to announce its own tariffs of 10 to 15% on various US agricultural exports set to begin next week. And finally, US President Donald Trump has paused military aid to Ukraine following a confrontation with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. This decision reflects a shift in US policy towards a more conciliatory approach to Russia since Trump took office. Trump has suggested Zelensky should show more appreciation for US support. And why does this matter? The pause will impact military equipment deliveries approved by the Biden administration. The Trump administration inherited $3.8 billion worth of congressionally approved authority to dip into US arms stocks for Ukraine. But given the growing row between Washington and Kyiv, it was already unlikely for that assistance to be used. And that's all we had time for today. For more in-depth analysis and news happenings, subscribe to our YouTube channel, DWAfrica. My name is Boba Jallo.